Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to salute Mr. President of Associação Comercial de Lisboa and the Fórum Empresarial da Economia do Mar. As usual, it's for me a pleasure to be here and to be a part of these works on the economy of the sea. I'd like also to salute Mr. President of the European Network of Maritime Clusters. Thank you very much for your kind words. They are, of course, of the utmost importance for us Portuguese. They give us more strength to proceed, because that's something that we need, is also strength to proceed, because we think that we are in the right way. Distinguished participants, I'd like to congratulate the Fórum Empresarial da Economia do Mar, and we have here the Secretary General, Fernando Ribeiro Castro, for the organization of this event. This is one more event that adds to the numerous contributions by the Forum to make the blue economy stronger and prosperous, not only for Portugal, but also for Europe and the world. The commitment to the blue economy, that is a global commitment, can only be fulfilled with strong cooperation among players. We have already heard that. So we must make full usage of the cluster spirit. We must really integrate the clusters. We must use that solidarity that you have just mentioned. Portugal is clearly a maritime country. Is maritime country in the essence of the territory, with a strong maritime tradition and culture. At the area of, we must remember that the era of discoveries is still the trademark of Portugal. Probably the one that immediately comes up to anyone's mind when we speak about Portugal. But we are determined to enter fully accomplish what has been called recently as the new era of discoveries. The starting point for this new era of discoveries can be identified at the World Exhibition that took place in Lisbon in 1998. That, as you remember, it was an exhibition dedicated to the oceans. The government declared then that the return of Portugal to the oceans was the first task for us to accomplish. Since then, Portugal has decided to fully engage the opportunities created by the United Nations Convention on Law of Sea, has prepared a national ocean strategy that was drafted and approved in 2006, has conducted several major studies in blue economy, has integrated maritime policy and strategy wherever they were being published, and participation in the major and most important fora was increased. We recall very well our participation on the first steps of the integrated maritime policy, and we have here Thiago, that was of the most important for that. But ports and harbors have also been modernized. The fisheries keep improving its efficiency and sustainability, and the ocean research is stronger and stronger. And I must tell you that Portugal is preparing now some groundbreaking initiatives. One of them is the National Ocean Strategy. We are reviewing our National Ocean Strategy. We intend to have it approved by the end of the year, and we have a National Ocean Strategy that goes up to 2020. This new National Ocean Strategy considers the past work and thoughts and lessons learned. We don't want to make innovation anymore from the past. We want to make innovation for the future. And the National Ocean Strategy considers first a territory of reference. And this territory of reference is made up by 3% of land and 97% of opportunity. So we must take care of this 97% of opportunity. That's what is our ocean. So this vast territory is diverse in geography, is rich in natural resources discovered and undiscovered, and is at the heart of the maritimes using the activities of the global ocean. Also, our population has a strong maritime identity that we want to make it even stronger. And the National Ocean Strategy, of course, adopts the blue growth as a model for development. It includes a plan of action containing defined and predefined programs and projects. It has clear targets, identifications of the participants and resources available and needed, and also as a control and evaluation mechanism. We have learned very well the lesson of the importance of control and evaluation mechanisms. Another very important initiative is the proposal for the first ever national law on maritime spatial planning and management of maritime space. This law will place Portugal at the forefront of the adoption of procedures for good ocean governance, as well as for sustainable development of the ocean in its three main components: the social, the environmental, and the economical front. This law will introduce the concept of one-stop shop for the purpose of granting the relevant permits that will allow for the use of the maritime space, being the transparency, simplicity, and speediness of procedures a dominant feature under the new law that is current and on the Parliament for approval. So all these initiatives, the new ocean strategy and the law on maritime space, on the maritime spatial planning, both seek the sustainable exploration and exploitation of the oceans, supported of course by adequate knowledge for the benefit of all Portuguese. The strategy is in line, and sometimes, allow me, is slightly ahead of the European integrated maritime policy and strategy.